It was tough. We didn't have much in common. The communication barrier, whenever you're just establishing a new relationship, it's always hard. And frankly, while I'm around kids often, whether it be my family or friends who have kids, it's how do I, as a 29-year-old, now 30-year-old, how do I connect with a 10-year-old kid? And and how do I just kind of speak light into his life? And that was that was a learning experience for me. And it was a little bit harder than I thought, especially with a kid who's a little quieter. But as we kind of developed a relationship, and honestly, the biggest thing I would say to any mentor is just that consistency. Whether it be once a week for an hour or 2 hours, slowly over time. And when I mean time, it took us, I would say, 6 to 8 months. And it kind of goes in spurts. It kind of feels like a grind for a little while,
Sure.
where you're just kind of grinding through it, and you're not getting a lot of information from, like, for me, I wasn't getting a ton of info, ton of feedback from Damien. But you slowly start to see them open up and just see the impact that you're making in their life. And it's a beautiful thing. And I just, I just think kind of, I thank God for the support group and faithful friends, and then just the encouragement, and then just to stay persistent, because I think I've seen in the last 2 months, I've seen a tremendous amount of growth. It's kind of, once that year mark or 11-month mark hit, I've seen Damien be able to just open up, into deeper conversation just about life, and lots of questions being asked. Whereas, in the first few months, you don't have questions kind of coming your direction. You're kind of having to initiate that conversation, and now it's kind of the inverse. I envisioned it to, frankly, I envisioned, having a match that had similar interests that I did. But all of a sudden I start diving into what Damien's interested in, whether that be comic books. I've learned more about Marvel in the last year than I ever had, than I ever would have known previously. Or whether it be Legos or and things like that. And just life experiences you get to go with some of these kids, like whether it be just going shopping, going to Target. Damien doesn't get to go to Target very often, or just grabbing a bite to eat, or just going for a walk in the park in a place they haven't been before. It's experiencing those things for the first time, or taking them up to Mount Hood. I remember turning around on 26 and then seeing Mount Hood right there, and Damien's just like, his eyes light up and he's like, oh my gosh, like, the mountain's so big. And I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool, isn't it? So like, experiencing those things for the first time is really fun. So I've thought about this. What value does this faithful friends bring to the table, as part of mentorship, as opposed to maybe other programs like Big Brother Big Sister? And obviously there's the faith aspect, which for me is kind of the deciding factor in terms of support. But I look at some of the other things, like the community events that I would like to see myself take advantage of. And so I can pair with other mentors to kind of piggyback on some feedback, and just learn to grow as a human being as well. And as a mentor, because there are some other great matches that have been going at it for years. And I think that's tremendous value. And I think of the events that, we put on for the kids, whether it be, Blazer tickets, or the community nights with the kids that we've done a few times, or whether it be the plays and those types of things, are opportunities for those kids.
Yeah.
I took Damien. I think we got Laker tickets, like one of the first times you guys offered it. So Damien is obsessed with Damian Lillard because, they have the same name. It's all this good stuff. So it was his birthday. So I bought him a Damian Lillard jersey. From, I got a little Nike discount. So just, I bought him a Damian Lillard jersey for his birthday. Spoiled him a little bit. That's not the norm. We went to the Blazer game. He was dead set on going early because he wanted Damien's autograph. And me, in my head, that kind of channels the inner kid in me. It's what are the odds of us getting Damian Lillard's autograph?
I love it.
Don't know. So we get there like 2 hours early. We're watching them warm up. CJ McCollum's coming by, who, by the way, I think is the one that gave us the tickets. I don't know. That's what I heard.
Shout out to CJ. Yep, my guy.
Shout out to CJ. But, Damien, he wasn't super interested in getting CJ's autograph. Wasn't interested in who else came by. a couple other guys, and wasn't super interested. Was just kind of eyeing Dame, but he was really tentative to kind of get in there and snug in and try to creep his way in through the crowd. And so we nudged our way in there. Finally, long story short, Damian finally gets around to signing. He gets enough courage, throws the jersey over there, gets the 0 signed, has a Damian Lillard autograph, made his night. It was 2 hours in the making, but he was pretty stoked. So that was super cool. So to experience those things, I probably wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for faithful friends kind of stepping up. And Blazer tickets aren't cheap, so I think that's
in a Laker game, LeBron. That was awesome.
Laker game.
We were like, the Lakers? Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, no, those